Hey guys, Hiram Garcia here. I put together a very special book that I like to refer to as a record in photographs of a brotherhood 30 years in the making. In The Rock Through the Lens, you'll get to see DJ through my lens, the joys of life, the tougher times, the Hollywood moments, and the more personal. Look, DJ is a trailblazer. He's a pioneer. He's one of the biggest movie stars in the world. But one of the important things I want to come through in The Rock Through the Lens is that DJ is just a great guy. So today I'm getting my brother Dion here with us, and we're going to reminisce on some of our favorite photos from the book. Check it out and let's have some fun.
All right.
All right. Look at this.
Let me give some people some context of this picture. This is the day we first met.
Yep.
This is taken in Kendall, Florida, of all places. So crazy that Danny was able to capture this picture, and she was just so excited that her brother and I were finally meeting. And you could tell by our faces just how like instantly we bond, as if like we've known each other for years.
Yeah.
I was, I think, 19 and you were 15. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
You look 12 and I look 48.
I think Danny always knew we were going to hit it off right away. We're so similar in our makeup. For her to know to capture that image, and for that really to be the beginning of a crazy journey where we are now. But oh, I smile so much when I look at that shot and those horrible green shorts, neon shorts I got from the 90s. Woo! Dee, a lot of people probably don't realize that Oprah is actually one of your besties. What a great history you guys have. How only fitting is it that after you and Oprah were able to do her 2020 Vision Tour, she was awarded the very first bottles of Terramana tequila. That is a big gift, especially for her being such a connoisseur of tequila.
That's the thing a lot of people don't know, is that she is a connoisseur and an expert. She knows high quality. She loves tequila like me.
And I had said to the audience earlier that there's a rule that unless Jesus has told you otherwise, you cannot come to my house without a tequila shot.
Yes. I was honored to sit with her for her 2020 Vision Tour. And we had a beautiful talk on stage. My dad had passed away probably within that past week. At that time, I was going through it. Just burying my dad, you know, hearing about a pandemic, hearing about a virus, felt like it was getting ready to start sweeping the world. There was a lot going on. There was some heaviness, certainly in my world at that time. Ultimately, we were going to close out the entire talk that we had with me bringing out my first bottle of Terramana tequila. Now, this is the very first bottle produced out of Jalisco, Mexico, off the assembly line, packaged, and it was one of one for her. I signed it to her. There was an authentic number that I wrote on it too as well. So now we're sitting in front of 15, 20,000 people, and she has agreed to taste my tequila. And I also know that she has credibility. She's got to uphold her street cred. If it sucks, then she's going to have to be kind, but she's going to have to, I don't know about that.
I'll let y'all know how it is.
She said a beautiful toast regarding my dad. She tried it. And in that moment, she was like,
she said, smooth. This is smooth.
Smooth.
You did good.
It's real. Oh, thank you. It means a lot. Thank you very much.
I mean, you did. It's very good.
Here's what's crazy is we go backstage. We were at the arena where there's a gym there and there was a couple of treadmills. We decide that we're going to do this little comedy bit talking about being running mates and what that meant. And we were going to be on a presidential ticket one day, but all in jest, all silly humor, all out of fun. We shoot it. A week later, everyone's looking at it, her team, our team, and everyone goes, this is actually so good. This should be a Super Bowl commercial. So then we all agree that we make the Super Bowl commercial and we deliver it on Super Bowl day, Super Bowl Sunday during the game.
Hey, Oprah.
Yeah, Dwayne.
We're running.
Yeah.
We're mates.
We're mates.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm in. You in?
I'm in.
People loved it. They responded so favorably. I had so much fun. She's one of my favorite human beings and someone who I consider family.
Did you sign it?
I did.
Okay.
This is Armana.
Armana.
And this is 129
Oh, you have
for
the
your birthday.
Wow. Tequila lover. Tequila lover. Thank you.
She's kind of like a big sister to me.
Love you. Love
I
you.
love you back. Bye, guys.
I've been an only child, so it's been very special, our relationship.
D, I could put 100 shots of you and Kevin in here. I love this one because it captures the fun you guys have in anything you do. This is in Cabo, Mexico, Jumanji The Next Level junket. You guys are filming some things, I think, for Snapchat or something like that, some promo. It was at the end of a really long night of press, and you guys just couldn't get a take because you were just cracking each other up. Just that chemistry you guys have where for the first time you guys ever worked together on Central Intelligence, it was just a click. We are like-minded. We're similar. We're both work ethic beasts. We're machines. But most of all, we just love to have fun and be good people as we do it.
The truth is, I've never met anybody like Kevin. Not only is he incredibly driven and he's ambitious, and he has an entrepreneurial mindset, but also, and because we're all very close, he can work 14, 16, 20 hours with us. That is at the end of the day. And we're still finding ways to make each other laugh, by the way. I'm not doing that for the fans or, the thing I was recording on my phone. I was recording some silly Q&A on my phone. That's for me and him. This is why our days last 12 hours when they should last 8, because we're just laughing so much. But he's just a good dude, a really, really good dude.
I first met Kevin years ago. The more I got to know Kevin, I realized something. I think he has this rare quality, and that rare quality is that Kevin is as advertised. The same guy who people all around the world flock to movie theaters, pay their hard-earned dollars to see on their big screen in the theater, the same guy who tens and thousands of people show up in arenas all over our country, all over the world, stadiums to see him perform his comedy. The guy that they love on stage and on the big screen, when he steps off stage, when he steps off a set, is the exact same guy. He's kind, he's funny, he's humble, he's self-deprecating, he's cool, he works his ass off. And he's all the things that you want as a brother. He's all the things you want as a friend, as a husband and a father.
For a guy like that who has attained that level of star power, he will turn the joke on himself instantly. Instantly. He's self-deprecating, and none of that insecurity is there.
When you think of the greatest comedians of all time, even stand-up comedians, you have Eddie, Chris Rock.
I didn't expect
Who
Robin
Williams.
Great.
Ellen Gallagher. Yes.
That's a good one.
I definitely don't.
And then that's it. Really, that's it.
Yeah.
When you think of comedic rock stars, that's kind of it.
You guys want bringing it over? Y'all want bringing it back?
I don't know who.
Y'all didn't set that up to bring it back.
David Chappelle. right?
When I called him Honky Pete, when somebody was asking if Kevin Hart was going to be in our Black Adam, and I was like, yeah, Honky Pete, he'll be Honky Pete.
If there was a Jumanji League of superheroes, and Dwayne, you were Black Adam, and Karen was Nebula, and Jack was Nacho Libre, who would Kevin be?
Honky Pete. He'd be Honky Pete.
What would his superpowers be?
I'd be Black Adam, looking at Honky Pete. There's some powers.
Hear me, Honky Pete. Oh my God!
What about
Honky Pete? I mean, you would see that movie, Black Adam, The Adventures of Black Adam and Honky Pete. What would happen? We have to.
Honky Pete.
What would Honky Pete's?
He just has pockets.
Explain why Honky Pete would have pockets.
Because no other superhero has pockets. Think
Black
about
Adam
it.
doesn't have pockets.
No other superheroes ever put anything in their pocket. Ever. Honky Pete.
Honky Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, he didn't miss a beat. We got Black Adam, Nebula, Nacho Libre. Who would Kevin be? Honky Pete.
He's determined to get into that DC universe, and I know he keeps talking to us. We got to have some conversations about that. I wonder.
Figure it out. We set it out now. Now we actually just said it. It's in the universe. Let's make it happen. I remember when you showed me this picture, I think after the event, and that was the night that became WWE heavyweight champion in 2013, and what a night, what an honor. And I was in the back doing my normal routine, and that's probably about 20 minutes, I would say, before we actually have to go out and move the crowd and perform. I was back there doing my thing, bouncing around, and then eventually I'd sneak off into the stall and say my prayers and then come out and ready to rock and roll. What were you thinking when you were back there shooting this?
This moment is always, to me, the calm before the storm, and I think it's one of those things that fans of you, and especially just of the business, would really appreciate, because you come out there and you turn into just this megawatt of like lightning power, lighting up everyone, but it all kind of starts from this quiet place. And people, they love the finished product, but I think they would love even more just the machine that is, as we get everything ramping up. And as you're getting ready to go, as you're getting ready to say a ton of dialogue, I mean, in the middle of the ring, one take.
Finally, The Rock has come back home.
But then it's also just a ramp up as you start to get your body ready to perform. And you always do this thing, which I always love to capture. And I really wanted to make sure I got at least one good shot. And this was the one of you just kind of hyping yourself up, hopping up and down, repeating what you're going to be saying, thinking through the match. It's the calm before the storm. Okay, it's time. Boom, you stop. You just start walking. Fist bump me, fist bump Brian, and then you go and you electrify brother like no one else.
One of the things about this, Hiram, that I feel the fans are really going to love with regards to this book, whether they follow my WWE career or not, but you capturing this moment truly exemplifies, I think, something that the fans will be so surprised at, and that is how quiet the atmosphere of the locker room before every big WrestleMania, big pay-per-view, big Raw, whatever it is that we had going on. We actually have a very quiet, calm locker room back there. We laugh and joke, of course, and we talk our shit. For the most part, we always joke. The loudest part of being backstage in a Rock locker room is always frantic writers and producers coming, knocking on. Listen. Yeah. Guys, I don't know if you could do that. I just heard that you can't, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, especially in that image, what people wouldn't realize, because you would think that there's like music playing. There's no music playing while you're hopping up and down like that and you're getting yourself ready. It's just silence.
Why I love this picture and I wanted to include it is, this is the relationship that I have with Lauren. This is why she always keeps me on my toes, keeps me grounded, sane, always keeps me humble. We're always talking shit to each other. Now that moment, that was us getting ready to go live, Rock the Troops, which wound up being an extraordinary production for us as we were honoring the troops.
I come from a military family, a family of very proud Navy SEALs. And it's important for me and everybody here tonight to give back to you guys, the troops.
It wound up being the largest gathering on U.S. soil on a military base of over 50,000 people, military men, women, and their family. And what an incredible day.
Welcome to Rock the Troops.
Moments before I'm getting ready to hit the stage, I literally have a microphone in my hand. So she's doing the coochie coochie coo to my
What people don't realize is we're in the middle of shooting Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, in the middle of production. As we're doing that, we're rehearsing, putting together this show, all live. You're hosting the entire thing. We're writing everything last second. So your intensity and stress levels were high. There was a lot at stake here. And what I love about this shot is it shows how Lauren is the anchor, because she's able to walk with you. She does a little something that makes you giggle, and she just keeps you grounded and focused and steady and just takes the pressure out and just resets you, gets you ready. You went on and you killed it that night. There's just such great love there. It's such a beautiful thing to watch. And in that moment, you can see you got the little hee-hees as she does a little pokey poke. And you went in and you were ready to crush it, man. And she's the best at that, man. Truly the best.
And I just want to say that we made history tonight with Rock the Troops.
When you first start, we get to Hollywood, I'm filming The Scorpion King. You're right there trying to learn the business too with me, and we're meeting all different kinds of people in Hollywood. A lot of people were fine, a lot of people were nice, some dismissive, some didn't see how we were going to have any kind of longevity as a career. And then something like Stan Lee couldn't have been nicer and kinder. And
hey, good to see you.
Good to see you. How are you?
Saying, you have potential and stay with it. And here we are years later having an opportunity to thank him before he passed away.
This is one of my all-time favorite shots for so many reasons. Knowing you as well as I do, and I know you well when you're truly humbled in a moment. And Stan Lee was one of the guys that greeted you into Hollywood with open arms. And he saw you and he knew right away that there was something special about you and you had a lot to give this business.
You guys have a hell of a treat in store for you. One of the best action actors in the business. One of the nicest guys in the business. One of the biggest, strongest guys in the business. And when you see him, I want you to remember, he was a 97-pound weakling until I gave him all those instructions on how to build himself up. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the biggest treat for you. I want you to see The Rock.
What people don't realize is this moment, you hadn't had the opportunity to see him in years, and to come full circle several years later to be the powerhouse that you are now and the megastar. He was just heaping praise on you in this moment, saying how proud he was of you, how he always knew this is what you were going to do, how excited he was for you to be entering into the superhero world. And meanwhile, I'm super excited. I've never met Stan Lee. I'm so thrilled. I'm like, that's the legend, turbo nerd as I am. We both respected him so much. He's responsible for so many of our dreams and wishes. He's made our minds expand with his creativity, and to just watch him give you that love at his Comic-Con, so cool, so special.
Well, thank you for saying that, Hiram. I mean, truly he's a Titan, and I was very lucky and fortunate enough, as you said, to meet him. And, now looking back after this career that we both have had in Hollywood for 20 years now, I'm so happy with that shot. Brilliant shot.
Thank you, man. Truly special. Thank you, brother.